my name is Eddie Jenkins, and today we will be making a dinner for two. Now, this is perfect for your parents' anniversary, a birthday, or any other special occasion. But for a meal, you're going to need tools and ingredients. So let's look at the tools first. Alright, tonight on the menu we're going to be having a nice New York strip steak, followed with some potatoes and vegetables. And we're also having a strawberry shortcake for dessert. Okay, so you're going to need a broiler pan to cook your steak. You'll also need some tongs, unless, of course, you like to burn your fingers in the oven. You also need a knife to cut up your potatoes, along with a cutting board, of course. You'll need a pot to put some water in so you can boil it, a potato skinner, a potato masher, a spoon so you can stir up your potatoes, and a strainer so you can get the water off of them. Now, you're also going to want to cook your vegetable. These are just steam fresh, so all you'll need is a bowl, a spoon, and a microwave. Okay, now we have the utensils, so let's look at the ingredients. Poof, here are the ingredients. Okay, so you've got your New York strip steaks. Now you're going to need some Worcestershire sauce and some garlic powder. Now this is granulated California garlic, so it's going to be a bit stronger than normal garlic powder. You're going to want some nice red wine to go with your red steak, but only if you're 21. Now, for your potatoes, you're going to need some milk and butter. Now, onto our vegetable. Like I said before, it's steam fresh. You need a bag. That's it. Strawberry shortcakes. You can just go to Walmart and buy little shortcakes. That's easier. And sugar, Cool Whip, and strawberries. Alright, let's get cooking, but before we do so, I need to go wash my hands, and so should you. Let's take a look at these steaks. Alright, as you can see, they're very nice. They're pretty big. Now, you're going to want to cut off these really fatty sections. In here is good. Now, right in here, you don't want to cut off because you need to save a little flavor for your steaks. So, let's grab one out. I'll demonstrate how to cut. Alright, as you can see, you really need to get in there in order to do this quickly. Right there is another one. And right in here, and when I'm done cutting this off, that should be good. Move it to your broiler pan, set it down so that way there's room to space other ones on. Now, I'll be right back with you. I'm going to finish off these and we'll be right back. Okay, time to season our steaks. It's very important that you put the Worcestershire sauce on first. If you don't do that, then you'll just rinse your garlic powder right off and, well, what's the point of even putting it on? Okay. Like I said before, this is very strong garlic powder, so you're going to want to put on more than I do. Just lightly coat it. Okay. Now, as you can see, I spilled a little Worcestershire sauce, so let me clean that up while we take a break. Okay, you're going to want to let your steaks rest now that they're all seasoned so you can get the juices in. So while they're doing that, let's work on the potatoes. First, you're going to want to take the pot, fill it up about a third of the way with water. Make sure you have enough water so that it covers all of the potatoes. Put your lid on. Now let's come on over to the stove top, put it on high so that it can start to boil. Now, you're going to want to start to preheat your oven. Put the selector on broil and put the temperature to about 400 degrees. Now we're going to start to peel these potatoes. You're going to want your potato peeler and you're going to wash your potatoes off. I've already washed this one for time's sake. So you're just going to take it from the bottom and then just push it up, get the skins off, and put them on your cutting board. You're going to want to do the potato completely around, make sure there's no more brown skin left. I'm going to get cracking on these. I'll see you in a few minutes. Now that we have all of our potatoes peeled, we need to cut them into small chunks, like so. You're going to turn it onto its side. You're going to cut a vertical slit down like that. Then, cut it 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, that's good since this is a small one. Then cut it into chunks. Now that all of our potatoes are cubed, let's get them into the water to cook. You're just going to take handfuls and put them in. Now the water can splash, so you can dump it in carefully, but let's get our steaks going so that our meal can be finished at the same time. Open the oven slowly. Be careful. It's very hot. We've got a good 15-20 minutes for the steak and potatoes to cook, so let's start on our dessert. First, we're going to want to cut off the top of the strawberry. Make sure to get some of this white out because it's really better. Now, you're going to cut this the same way you cut the potatoes. Make sure if you see any bruises to cut those out immediately. They're not good. Trust me. My little sister used to say that she didn't like strawberries because they were always too red. Argue with that logic. Now that your strawberries are cut and washed, transfer them to the bowl. Make sure to get any straggler strawberries that fall out. And sprinkle a little sugar on for taste. Now that the strawberries are all sugared up and they're all mixed up now, let's set them aside and wait until dessert. While we're doing that, let's go check on the steaks. Alright, it's time to flip. Put your steaks back in. Now, let's check to see if our potatoes are nice and tender. If they are, then we can pour them into a strainer. Alright, these potatoes are. Make sure to use a fork and just poke tiny holes in them. So, grab it by the sides. Okay, that's hot. Grab your pot holders then. Grab it by the sides. And jump into the strainer. We're going to want to transfer the potatoes back into the pot. Then, you're going to want to take your potato masher and mash them up all good. Now you're going to want to add about 2 tablespoons of margarine. Take it over to your pot, it's much easier that way, and then dump in, and dump in. Now, mash them up some more to get that margarine all through them. And add about 1/3 cup of milk. Just eyeball it, Rachel does all the time. That's good. And then mash them up some more. Alright, now we're going to make the peas. These are fairly simple, seeing as how they're made in a bag. The most important thing is that it's the part that says this side up is up. Put them in for about 5.5 minutes in your microwave. Now it's time to take the steaks out. Wow, these look really good. You're going to want to let them rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. The juices will tend to run out if you don't, and that will make your steaks dry. Alright, let's put the steaks on the plates now. There we go. And for my dad, nice big juicy one. I'm going to show you how to make a really easy but yet really tasty dessert now. First, you're going to take one of your sponge cakes and put it in a dish. Take about a tablespoon of strawberries and just lay them in the little crevice that's within the sponge cake. Take some whipped cream, shake it up, and then, I'm not a huge fan, but I know my mom is, so I add a lot. And now, you have strawberry shortcake. Dinner is served. We made the steak, potatoes, peas, and a delicious dessert. So maybe next time there's a special occasion, you too can help your parents out. Speaking of which, come on guys, you can watch your little sisters too for it.